guess I'm live, right? Yeah. So welcome everyone and to today's live trading session. I'm Gasly, and once again we are excited to dive into the world of gold and Bitcoin and other forex pairs. So once again I'll be giving you real-time market insights, what's happening into the market and who's in control, deep analysis, and yeah, also if we get good trade signals, I'm gonna give it to you guys. So let's begin. So right now I'm looking at gold chart 15 minutes time frame, and I've noticed that wow, gold has given a huge dump, I guess due to stronger US dollar, and I thought that price might come into a historic support zone, as you guys can see this, right? But once again this historic support zone has again turned into resistance, and yeah, I guess gold gave us a breakout to the downside because I thought price could react here, and it gave a reaction, as you can see, but it was just a temporary, for a period. And right here it just gave us a mitigation, like buyers wanted to buy at this price and give us a quick reaction, but looks like sellers were in control of the market. So looks like at this particular range it was just it was just a mitigation to the upside. So and here we thought that yeah, buyers finally took control of the market, but it was not. So we need confirmations that either buyers are in control, like who are in control of the market. For that we need a particular liquidity sweep or inducement, as we speak. And I think right now gold will fall more as good trade deal against US and Japan, so it was a positive, and that's the reason making uh, US dollar stronger. So right now US dollar is more powerful than gold, so that's why the gold market is dumping on us. And I think market could again reach to this demand zone, or this demand zone, right, to give us a reaction, because it was a start of a new breakout, right? Weekly trend line breakout right here. If I show you in 1 hour time frame, you can see this trend line, right here. So it gave us a weekly trend line breakout. So I think because of this demand zone, so again, uh, if I turn on the liquidity heat map, so a lot of liquidity lying here, so market could feel that and once again could react from here. But right now there's a global uncertainty, right? And we cannot confirm that uh, from here it might give us another breakout. Yeah, so price would again test this historic resistance. So right now I think gold is not in a safe haven demand, but still, doesn't matter for us. We'll look for trades against the market too, with the market too, right? If market is dumping, we are gonna take shorts, simple as that. So let me post that I am live in our telegram group, and if you guys haven't joined our telegram group, it's in our description. The link is in our description. You can join for daily analysis updates, and we share our knowledge about the market to you guys. I guess gold could fall more low. if price particularly reacts from here, which I think it will happen for sure, but for in order to confirm that there is another breakout, I want to see a clear breakout from this 3360 with some good confirmation. Then I can finally confirm that yeah, gold is again is in a safe haven demand. And confirmation, right? Like finally buyers have stepped in the market. And also it depends upon the fundamental news too, cause gold is 99%, or you can say 98%. um, it's dependent upon fundamental. So tomorrow if Donald Trump says something or he tweets, anything might happen in the gold market, right? So that's the point. You can analyze the gold market for a short period, but you cannot analyze like for months or weeks. You can never like predict what's gonna happen in um, gold. And not only gold, in other pairs as well, right? Other forex pairs, us pair. So yeah, all those Nasdaq, US 30, S&P 500, you can never analyze those for weeks and months. You can only analyze for a day, or for a few days, like that. These are all prediction. You can never guess the market, right? Sometimes it might move according to an analysis, and sometimes it would destroy your analysis and go totally opposite, right? And let's check on GBP USD. And also as you guys know, US dollar is stronger, so GBP US dollar is taking over the GBP USD, because you should know that we are comparing against uh, British pound and US dollar. So if British pound, if the market is going up in GBP USD, that means that US dollar is weak, right? GBP is taking control. If GBP is falling, we know that US dollar is stronger. And right now I can see that um, market is reached into our key point of interest. It's not reached yet, it's still left. It needs to be the price needs to be perfectly be in this area in order to take buy setup. But right now if we take a buy setup, will be totally against the market trend, cause market trend has been bullish. But if you look, yeah, it's been bearish, sorry. So yeah, it reacted from a heavy supply point of interest and give us a bearish reaction. And also fundamental lining with our catalyst, it's working as a catalyst to uh, GBP USD to fall more. And if I look into heat map, so a lot of liquidity lying above. If you see that in this demand zone, so there is very less liquidity, right? So I think after price being in a demand zone, I don't think market would go more further below, cause now market is in a key area and it has enough liquidity to give us a reaction. Even if it's a temporary reaction, it will give us a good pips reaction to the upside, cause all the liquidity lying above. So market would fill those unfilled orders, and market has been in a continuation trend, like Asia, London and New York. So I think it's gonna um, reverse in Monday, maybe. And looks like gold is gonna fall more, like as you can see, like gold is taking all the liquidity below, right? So like according to my analysis, market could go below this 320 or like 315, 316 region, and again react from a heavy demand zone. But let's see. And about BTC market, Yeah, looks like BTC has again reached into a key demand zone and it's reacting from that, but still cannot confirm that buyers have taken control. As you can see, price gave us a reaction from the upside, but once again it failed to do so to continue upside. It just gave us another bearish momentum to the downside. Looks like the market is testing if buyers are still interested to buy at this particular point of interest, right? But also I can see all those high liquidity lying above, so market could feel those, you know, there's some psychological barrier like 113 or 1110. So but if I look into it, if I talk about simple market structure analysis, now we see a breakout, right? If I look into it from this high and this high, BTC was basically was doing consolidation. As you can see, we cannot confirm that either it's creating lower highs or higher highs or lower lows, right? It's just consolidating in this region, but finally gold is making a move to the downside. Now we can confirm that this was a wait this was a lower high, this was a lower low, lower high, and lower low, right? So I think market could potentially fall more to the downside because market is has finally given us a breakout to the downside, right? From here to here, right? Lower high, lower lows, lower highs, and lower low. Simple wave structure. So market could fall uh, more. There's a potential, So yeah, let's look into it. But right now, I can see some buyers stepping in into the market from this key demand zone. But right now, there's no particular trade signal I've got for you guys. But there is a trend line right here, and I can see minor liquidity sweep. Okay, and let it be this as our demand zone, right? So price came into a demand zone, gave us a liquidity sweep, and given us a upside momentum, right? And why this is a demand zone? Because price just broke previous high, right? So we know that buyers were active in this particular region and gave us a bullish break of structure, right? It broke the previous structure, right? So we know that now there might be a market structure shift, there might be a change in the market, or the direction as I speak. So right now I think I'm finding a good buy setup right now, but still we need a confirmation like breakout above this trend line with a good bullish momentum to the upside and price being above this particular 144 region. Then I can look for buys, because this red line, this is called an EMA, moving price average. So take it, this indicates potential uh, like direction of the market, and it tells us about the buy side pressures, sell side pressure, like what's going in the market. So if price is below this 144, and we can confirm that market is in a bearish sentiment, and right now it is. If price breaks above this, it works as a resistance and support. Yeah, so see, price reacted from this, then again give us a bullish momentum to the upside. So it's working like a support and resistance in simple terms. So I want to see price to break above this trend line and above this red EMA, right, for trade confirmation. Let's wait, let's look into gold. Looks like gold has done a liquidity sweep right here, giving us a reaction to the downside. Okay, and if I turn on liquidity heat map, there's still liquidity lying below us, right? All those liquidity. So market could fill those two. And right now, gold has invalidated our demand zone, the previous demand zone. So I think if price is returns once again return to this zone, instead of buyers stepping in, sellers might take over the market once again. But let's see. And this movement right here, it's just giving a reaction because of all those imbalance liquidity lying here, right? So it's in a no man's land. So market giving us a manipulation to the upside, but in I think, and I'm sure that market would give more dump to the downside. Or right now, during night, market could possibly do a consolidation, right? Monday opening could take the lows once again, come into a demand, and Asia session giving us a pullback to the upside, or London or New York, right? That's my plan. Meanwhile, GBP USD no trade signals, and BTC, okay, BTC is giving a reaction above this trend line. We just need a good candle confirmation and price over this line, right? And also any of this green or yellow or orange, if you see this lower small EMA, so this is also very important, right? So I want to say at least one EMA candle above this red EMA, right, for a crossover. Then I can finally say that market is in a bullish, would be in a bullish sentiment, and I could target all those unfilled highs right here. So there are very low liquidity right here, right? So I don't think market will again come back to its uh, come back to this low, take out the lows, hunt tassel. I don't think that will happen. First market needs to take all those liquidity above, because now market has the enough liquidity to give us a reaction to the upside, or you can say enough fuel. Okay, looks like sellers are stepping in by observing this candle, gold candle. Let's look into GBP/JPY. Oh, right here. Wow, beautiful. um, GBP/JPY finally gave us a trendline breakout and did a liquidity sweep, and again a bullish momentum to the upside. But as you know, this supply zone still sustain that level, right, and has given a reaction to the downside, and looks like market could target all those low liquidity. So now I don't have any trade signal for GBP/JPY, but yeah, there was a trade like during Asia session right here, give us a breakout. You can uh, made a good amount of profit right here. Like how much pip is that? Wait, let me measure. Yeah, so 46 pips right here. It's a very good pip, right? Would have been a good profit. Yeah, as I speak now, you can see a reaction from this EMA, right? So it is working as a, what can I say, a resistance for us. So I need a clear breakout to the upside, and that's why I need confirmation. And the confirmation is that I need to see this green EMA above this red. And gold is giving a bearish reaction to the downside because gold just did another 5 minutes high liquidity sweep right here. So it swept liquidity and it's giving a reaction to the downside. So as we know that when this candle closed, right, looks like buyers, what they did, they tried to push the prices higher, but they failed to do so. Immediately after the sweep, sellers stepped in, right, from this key area, like a demand zone turned into, you can say, supply zone, has stepped into the area and give us a liquidity sweep, and it's like a broom, just push the prices lower like that. Oops. So looks like there will be lot of liquidity lying here. All those early buyers, as you can say, they could be targeted too. Looks like GBP USD is consolidating, very low volatility in the market. Usually GBP USD like has very like lot of volatility during London and NY, right? And sometimes Asia too. But late New York session, it has very low volatility. Okay, BTC given as you can see, after the bullish breakout to the upside, buyers are stepping in. Buyers are trying to push prices higher, but still we'll look for confirmations, right? Even though this blue bullish candle has closed above this red line, still we need a confirmation like this EMA being over this high. I think we'll find a potential trade in BTC today, right? um, let's look into crude oil. I'm just curious. What was that? US oil, yeah. Ooh. And I want to say once again, like crude oil highly reacts with liquidity, like crude oil always wants to take those high liquidity zones. So looks like there's some liquidity. There's a lot of liquidity lying above all those unfilled imbalance liquidity. So I'd be confident that market would later on take those highs. But right now there is a demand zone below, so market could again come back to our demand zone, retest and give us a bounce back. Because I can see very low liquidity until this here, right? Until this huge block of high liquidity. Okay, there's a clean good breakout. I see. If I put my stop loss, where would it be? Good. I think this is a good stop loss placement right beneath this swing low. If market could come back again, maybe do a liquidity sweep and move prices higher, so I'm keeping my stop loss lower than the previous lows, right? Just to make sure. And I think you guys can enter this trade cause price has given us a very good bullish reaction, and you can see 15 minutes has given a bullish engulfing candle, and if 15 minutes is giving up big candles, so you know, like, market is gonna lead. And if you wanna make a profit, like if you wanna do 1:1 or like that, you can close, you can do partial right here, cause this EMA in 15 minutes can react as a resistance for us, right? So be careful with that, take your trades accordingly. And I think this is the buy setup right here. Let me give the zone. This is a black, let it be green, profit, right? Our entry, and our stop loss right here. Let me just post this trade. And update in our premium. So there's a good trade setup. You can take for long setup, guys. If you haven't in this trade, you can enter it now. Wait, what was that? Wait, let me send in the WhatsApp. This would be easier to post in my phone. Looks good. BTC looks good. Gonna take those highs for sure. You can take those take this buy setup. It's good. high probability market could take those all those unfilled liquidity, right? Risk according. Okay, giving us a good reaction to the upside. And once again gold again did a okay, price just mitigated from here. Looks like sellers are in control, taking control right here. Like whenever price is reaching at this particular zone, like looks like sellers has the pressure, right? Giving a pressure to the downside. See, this candle was a bullish, but looks like sellers are pushing the price lower. Interesting. Let's focus on BTC. You can set your TPs right at this particular right here. You can take a partial if you want, partial at this, or before the market closes for this week you can take uh, all your profits, book all your profits, cause during Mondays BT is unpredictable. It might continue or it might dump, so we cannot predict what's gonna happen during the Mondays. So instead it's better to secure capitals and book your profits, right? Looks like market's chilling. Ho ho, BTC giving us a bullish candles, and I can see a trend line liquidity forming right here. Just waiting for it to take those lows. I'm sure it's gonna happen. All those early buyers beneath the lows. So market it is surely gonna take those lows. But right now BTC is giving a good move to the upside, just as we needed. And I told you guys like if the price needed to break this resistance, trend line resistance. Okay, number one, it did. And once again, I told you guys, price should break above this red EMA, which is a psychological barrier like support and resistance. So yeah, it did with a good bullish candles momentum to the upside, and this any one of those candle being above this red. So yeah, it did. For right now we are having a good momentum to the upside, so I hope it continues the same. And for the partial, um it depends upon your uh, intuition, right? You can book partial at this zone, or 1:1, right? Or at this psychological resistance, this EMA, very strong EMA. So you can book, or otherwise, you can, before the market closes for this week, you can book all your profits. Okay, looks like gold just swept this high right here, so giving a reaction to the downside. Whoa, whoa, gold is flying. Damn. But no worries, we'll just wait. I think after this 15 minutes candle sweep, gold might fall more lower, but let's see. Looks like buyers are trying to push prices higher, as I can see with the candles, right? But price reacted from um, this demand zone, but not clearly. There's still liquidity left, and if I mark a demand zone, it would be this. So price needs to move more lower. Yeah, I think late NY session giving us a bullish reaction. Market is market is showing no mercy right now. It's like I'm gonna take those all liquidity above. And yeah, there's high liquidity lying above too. Okay. Okay, gold might react from this order block right here. Again, bearish reaction to the downside. There's very low liquidity right now in this zone, So market could take those high liquidity above, then once again give us a bearish reaction. Maybe during next next week's Monday open, market open, could happen. Okay, still giving a bullish movement to the upside. Come on, market. What's BTC doing? Okay, nice push. We just want that this movement sustains. We need this consistency in this market, like that, slowly but steadily. Sometimes we also don't want abrupt moves. Lot of liquidity lying above, right? But also compared to this liquidity, lot of liquidity lying below too. Come on, just give a bearish reaction already. Why I have faith that market would move lower? Because of two factors: US dollar being strong, and market didn't actually reach to our um, demand zone properly, right? And this is a very big demand zone. In order to confirm that buyers are in control of the market, we need a recent liquidity sweep or inducement. But market has done none. Instead, it did a break of structure to the downside. This might be a pullback, and once again, good movement to the downside, right? As you can see, there is liquidity lying here, this block. So we know that there was a aggression in the market, right? Buyers stepped in, lot of buyers, and left lot of liquidity, like lot of volume. Yeah, see this volume low profile. This line indicates like the recent most where most transactions are happening in the market. And yeah, it's here, and also in this particular zone, as you can see, this volume, right? here too, in this specific region right here. And if I look into the liquidity heat map, liquidity might be low, but see, most transactions are happening here, right? So yeah, lot of volume in the market. So we can confirm that lot of volume is between this movement, right? Let's patiently wait. Let's focus into coal. Okay, coal did a retracement. Maybe we can see retracement to retest this trend line. But if you haven't entered this trade yet, you can still enter, because prices again reached to our entry level. Did a 15 minutes candle low sweep. BTC might retest this red EMA, because right now this EMA would again turn into a support, psychological support. So yeah, give a good might give us a good reaction to the upside. But I'm also looking into BTC chart right here, volume. So a lot of transaction happening in this region too. Looks like very low volatility in the market. Okay, BTC gave us a downside movement. Okay, looks like BTC is giving us a good volatility. So as I told you guys, so Bitcoin might retest this zone, this trend line. And I'm also looking into this support. Sorry. The support zone forming right here. The neckline. And looks like buyers are stepping in, giving us a reaction from the downside. Let's see if it sustains that.
Looks like after a huge dump in the market, BTC is giving us a pullback. Surprising, right? Taking those liquidity, high liquidity lying above. Before the market close, it wants to take those highs with unfilled orders. Okay. See you guys, BTC just gave us a good reaction from this support, from this 5 minutes, right? Reacted from this key area, and once again giving us a bullish reaction to the upside, which is a good sign. Gold is showing some volatility right now. High chances market during the middays can again come back to the zone, right? Maybe do a inducement or liquidity sweep and again return to our key demand zone. That's what I'm thinking right now. I guess most early BTC can again retest the zone, maybe do a liquidity sweep. Okay. BTC. Yeah, I guess it's gonna retest the zone. Looks like it. Maybe BTC might be doing a consolidation and once again giving us a good breakout to the upside. Once again, giving us a good reaction to the upside. Price is respecting this support zone actually. This 5 minutes time frame. And as I speak before the weekly market close, so if you have taken this trade and if you're in profit before market close, you can book all your profits. Better to secure your position because you don't know what's gonna happen in Monday market opening, right? It might just give us a huge dump. Anything might happen because of the weekend's fundamental news, right? Simply secure your capital, book the profits. Even if price is in your loss, little bit in loss still. Cause next week again market for sure would give you new opportunities and you can take those your A plus trades. What's JPY doing? I guess it looks like it's gonna fall more. All this liquidity left here. Soon it's gonna take all those liquidity. Maybe in the next week. Okay, guys. I think I'm gonna end the stream now because I don't think there is more setup. And anyways, today's last day before the weekly market close. So um, this was the only trade that I found, and I wanted to share to you guys. And yeah, I hope your day has been good. And yeah, see you in the next Monday, new trading week.